kind of VM?
I mean, I accidentally kind of did VM, where I tried to name someone after a character in a game, and they thought I was naming them after like the type of metal because I thought they were gonna get second. I did win the race though, so I try to not take it.
I'm guessing Silver and Sonic.
No.
Okay. Anyway, we're jumping around a bunch because it saves a second in the prologue.
Yeah. I think it's stuff you do in Sonic games a lot. A lot of jumping around to move as quickly as possible. And then you get the dash, which, hey, that's a Sonic thing. It's like the entire prologue is Sonic 1, and then you get to Sonic 2, where you can do some momentum stuff, but then you get to Sonic 2, where you get the spin and dash, and your movement opens up a lot.
I mean, you are red, which is Knuckles, and blue, which is Sonic, so...
Knuckles happens in Sonic 3, I'm sorry to tell you. But...
I know that, but...
we have a lot of ways to move a lot faster now. So, because when you're given dash, you get a lot of other techniques other than literally just dashing that can help you move forward really quickly. Like you get your hypers, you get your wall bounces, you get your basically everything. And this level is really interesting because it's an introduction to a lot of mechanics at once. So it has to stay very open, and so we can kind of abuse that to get a lot of speed on a lot of places and just do all sorts of crazy things.
Yeah, this level we end up using pretty much every strat that exists, like every strat for like dashing that we use in speed running, that we use speed running throughout the run.
Yeah, I think the only one this one doesn't actually use is ultra dashing, which is honestly really cool looking, and it's one of my favorites. So
I don't think it's required, but I feel like there could be a place for it, maybe.
I feel there could be a place for it, but I usually don't see it. And Vallu already finished with the first chapter. Very good. Is that a 122? If I read that correctly. And Kingj doing a bit more safe stuff to get through quicker, but a 221 exiting the chapter is still really good. Yeah, that looks like a 1.
It looks like a 3, not a 2 to me, so I'm thinking that was 136 and 132.
Oh, I can't read. It's fine.
It's okay. The text for the chapter timer is much smaller and harder to read, so it's fine.
Yeah. And then, so a funny glitch there, and it unlocks the dream blocks for Vallu at the same time. So now you can dash around all willy-nilly, and the blocks will just keep them flying. And you can use that to get up here, which you normally weren't able to. And there's a boss kind of thing. You're getting chased, and Battling will move 3 seconds behind your normal movements, or 3 seconds behind all your movements, basically copied. So you have to not hit her, or else she'll kill you, which is obviously not good. And as you see, she can start multiplying, which is going to be really interesting because these screens are also going to start making you backtrack slightly. Like you're going to see here, you have to get this key and then move backwards, and it can make dodging some of these really scary. But Vallu's already onto the last screen where they are, so...
Yeah, and the only place where it really becomes a problem is right there where you're getting those 3 coins, but as you saw with Vallu, if you just do it quickly enough, it doesn't even impact your movement.
I'm gonna need a moment quickly.
Yeah, it's fine. So here we got the awake section for Vallu. There's no obstructions other than the corners, so you're just ultimately trying to keep your momentum going throughout the whole thing. Your momentum doesn't have a capped speed, so you can just keep building it up and hoping that to keep it going throughout each screen, and not like run into any corners or walls. Okay, Vallu, moving on to chapter 3, which is the hotel. Gonna do a little trick there where you actually regain your dashes during screen transitions. So you're able to dash again in midair as long as you transition the screen. And getting a little swagberry because it's on the path.
Yeah. Usually 90% you'll see, like, I think my usual count is 2 or 3 of the berries, so I think some people have literally gotten 5 before, and I don't even know how they get so many on the path.
Don't know. Well, what I do know is that the guy who has the all red berries world record did a race, and for the fun of it, because he knew it was against someone on the bottom of his groups, he got like 11 strawberries throughout the entire race.
Wow.
Just cause.
You know.
So anyway, these dust bunnies here, they move in cycles, back and forth. You don't want to touch any of them.
Yeah, they're very bad, as in all of them will damage you, so you want to be careful. And as you see from Kingj, there are these walls where there are these little kind of hairs or something, and if you step on those when you get off of them, dust bunnies will appear on them. So kind of like one-time only platforms. So you really have to be careful in some screens. Fortunately, just like basically everything in the game, we have our rooms planned out so that we don't need to step on everything twice. But you ever have to think about it, it's kind of scary. So Kingj failing, going for that extended strat. I've been trying to learn this strat recently, and it's actually...
Oh, it is. It's annoying, because it's completely different timing than the other extendeds. Like, you feel so panicked, because the thing is sinking faster when you hold down, and you're like, oh, I'm about to hit those dust bunnies, and it's really painful.
Okay. I mean, other than that, I was just saying, I have trouble getting enough distance and height at the same time, so it's kind of understandable to mess it up.
Yeah, that happens too. I feel like it's because I end up doing the dash too late or
too far down. Yeah.
Yeah,
because I think about for one extended dash.
Yeah, it really is.
I just never do it anymore.
So anyway, we're moving through these side rooms in a certain order because Oshiro pops up at a certain place after you're finished with one side area, 2 side areas, or 3 side areas, and these places pop you out at the closest spot to where Oshiro will be.
Oh. Alright, Vallu's getting the ski now. Yeah, now the elevator shaft. This checkpoint is named after this room, I guess, because this room is an elevator shaft. There he goes. That's really one of the most important rooms of where death cycles and first cycles, I guess, can come in. So it's good to get through it quickly. Even if you have to take a death and just use the death cycle, which ends up having to meme most of the time.
Nicely done, Vallu, able to do the hyper dash strat on that room. Which is the quickest way through that room. It takes a bit of good timing to do it. On the death cycle, you actually do have to wait a bit in order to sync back up again. Oh, that was kind of just like a careless dash that just ended up hitting the dust bunnies.
Yeah, that part is always scary, because I know sometimes the game will not always dash in the direction you want it to, that you're holding. So you can just kind of lose that screen right at the end because you don't go up left when you want to.
Well, he did go up left, it was just a bit early.
Oh yeah, I guess that's also a problem.
If you just like stop caring, cause like that part becomes pretty easy after a while. So like if you just like stop concentrating on that part, and then suddenly you just did it too early because you weren't focusing, and you're dead.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got the Oshiro chase here. Oshiro's chasing us, occasionally charging at us, doing a warning signal with the lightning bolt. He can be annoying.
You should come to appreciate that warning signal, because pretty soon there's going to be something fairly similar without that warning signal, and it's going to be like way worse.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that when we get to that.
Because the intervals are closer together as well. And Vallu has made it out of the hotel.
Yeah, that's no more chapter 3 for Vallu. Very good. Getting out of chapter 3 is always something to look forward to.
Kingj continuing to do a lot more like safer strats, just stuff that he knows will get him through without risking any death.
Yeah, that's
which is totally respectable.
Good to do.
Yeah, it's a totally respectable thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you get good times. Essentially, you get down to like sub-hour and sub-50. You gotta just basically realize I don't need all of these strats to get me down to that time. I just need to stop dying.
I guess I'm still kind of confused when it comes to the concept of improving in this game. Like that just is, I don't know how this game handles improvement. So I'm sitting there.
It's okay, I believe in you, Laurie.
Vallu just making the first particle in the ridge here look pretty easy, which kind of makes me mad because it's not very easy. There's a spike jump there. The way spike hitboxes work, basically, when you're moving against them, they won't damage you, so you can make it so that spike essentially doesn't exist. And jump on the wall. It's still fairly precise on your timing. You have to jump on the wall, but sometimes you just get used to it based on how many times.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a little kind of like just a rhythm that you get used to.
Yeah.
Because like I was able to recently. The reason why I can suddenly like talk about experience of these strats is I tried to learn chapter 3 recently.
Oh no.
And yeah, the spike jump there. Once you get the rhythm down, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah. And there we go, Kingj exiting resort. 721 is really good, considering like all the strats I usually go for and all the ones that I didn't see him go for. 721 is definitely something that is pretty good. And now he's gonna join Vallu in the Golden Ridge.
Yeah. So anyway, we got the directional platforms here. They have a little green button on them. You can push them in the other axis that they're on, that they're moving in.
Yeah. Not all of them have buttons though, so sometimes you have to sit there and let them move.
And it's very important that you actually have to be on the side where the button is. You can't just like be on the wall and doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the harsh wind section. And a couple well, first off, we got these couple screens here where it's just really fast wind and you gotta dash to do anything. And now we got the part that Laura was referring to earlier, where we have snowballs, which are coming from the other side of the screen from Oshiro, that Oshiro did, and no warning, and they are closer together when they shoot at you.
Yeah. The one thing I'll give them is that when you're close enough to the edge of the screen, they won't fire, so that you don't get cheaply destroyed. But they're still rude, and I still don't like them. So that's a really interesting method of getting to that room, Vallu. I don't know if I've ever seen that. But yeah, he's out of there. Golden Ridge done very well. Is that 339? That's really good. And now, Mirror Temple. My favorite, even though I'm really bad at it, I still like it a lot.
It's just a really nice atmosphere.
Well, okay, sure, but also the mechanics are really good because you can use them for a lot of cool skips and just in general movement. Like you see that skip there, which skips having to get a red bubble and taking it all the way over, is a pretty nice looking one.
Yeah, what I mean though is like where this game I feel like improves on what Super Meat Boy tried to do of being a giant punishing platformer is that the music is so calming that you don't rage as much, I feel. So
I rage a lot when I play this game.
yeah, but I played all of Super Meat Boy and I raged a lot more and it took me a lot longer to 100% that game.
Yeah.
So like I feel because I was able to have this calming music behind me, it kept me calm a lot more and was able to let me get through all A sides, all B sides, all C sides. So
Have you ever heard of listening to external audio?
I really like the game music though.
No, I'm talking about in the games that the music made you rage.
Oh no, I'm not saying the music made me rage. I was saying it calmed me down because it was there.
Okay. I'm not following. Alright, oh, a nice snowball bop there. Yeah, similar to a Shiro, you can jump on snowballs and they will give you your stamina back for both your dash and your wall climb. And really smooth Seeker section there. I've been missing the Seeker section a lot lately. I don't understand why.
So after a bunch of cutscene skips here, we're gonna have a few more screens with dash blocks and the red bubbles.
Yep.
I don't know if you did. Did you explain dash blocks before as well, or was it just red bubbles?
But I can now. When you dash, they move along their set track, and it's just dash at any point. So even if you're not on them, and then they go back to their original point on their set track by when you go for a period of time without dashing, they'll start moving slowly back.
Okay, and so after all those screens, we now have the Seeker here, which you were playing as before, but now it is chasing you. It is pretty much the only enemy in the game, really. They interact with coins. They can also charge into these red blocks, or when they are in that little recharging phase and then blow up to indicate that they're activating themselves again, or waking up, I guess. They also will explode it near them. So you can use all these different ways working with them and bopping on their head yet again in order to use their movement to your advantage. It's still not anywhere near easy though.
Yeah, but there's search skip there from Vallu, very good. Usually for that checkpoint you need to get these 2 keys to unlock these 2 doors so that your red bubble can fly past those spikes uninterrupted, but with a well-placed and well-timed reverse extended dash, you can fly all the way over to the next part of the stage without the keys or the bubble.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious on King's side, considering he has done, from what I can tell, basically no advanced strats at all.
I'm thinking he's gonna do search skip.
Yeah, I was curious if he is or not.
I mean, I know he didn't just do that first bubble skip that I mentioned, like right at the beginning of the chapter, but search skip is pretty easy, and it saves enough time that even if you are not that good at it, you usually will get it within enough tries for it to still save even a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's one of these advanced strats that I kind of call like the essential skips, like the ones that you pretty much can't not do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna correct your word advanced there, because even though it's one of the big ones, that I'll agree with you with that, it's not really that hard. I think it might even be like one of the easier notable skips. Granted, a lot of the notable skips are meme skips, but
I'm just talking about the movement behind it, because like you're
Yeah.
using an extended, you're using a reverse extended hyperdash.
yeah.
So that right there is
I
what's
mean, that's
known as.
literally one. That's literally like one bout of movement. Like the length of the area you do the skip on is like perfect length for the reverse hyper. So you just have to make sure you get that length down. And then it's literally just one piece of movement that does not take too long to learn. I think it's a fairly easy skip, which is why
Anyway,
I all the time, but no,
Anyway, I realized we actually completely skipped over to explain the Theo section that Vallu just did at the end there.
they'll be getting to it soon. So
Yeah, that's fine. But chapter 6, we got the feathers. You dash into them, you got the 360-degree movement, and for a limited amount of time you're flying, and it resets if you pick up another feather. And going for lake skip here. Oh, a bit too far to the right to get against that wall. Yeah, it keeps being a bit too far to the right.
yeah, keeps heading the spikes. I don't know what that entails when you're doing the skip, but
I'm not sure exactly, but I know it's something to do with it, because you're not actually like trying to hit the spikes, or it's not even a spike jump. It's like a wall jump off like the area of the bottom of the wall where the spikes hitbox doesn't exist.
and he's persistent and going for it. So yeah, power
Yeah.
for finally getting it.
Yeah, so it's
faster to do it normally, but I mean, if you want to do the skip, you can do it.
yeah. So like yeah, it has nothing to do with like spike jumps from before. It's literally just that the spikes don't exist on the very bottom of the wall.
Yeah, and that's true for a few things. Like you might have seen in chapter 1, they did a jump where it looked like they were on spikes because they jumped like on these few pixels where the spikes didn't actually happen at the end of the platform. Or no, that one's weird. There's like a one tile. I'm confusing myself. Point is, yeah, you're not going through spikes there. You're just hitting a very specific ledge and then wall bouncing off of it.
Okay, King J did end up doing the search skip, so we're good.
Yeah, very good. Heading up
And getting it on first try as well.
Yeah, so better than me at the game.
Lori.
Everyone knows I can't do that.
Lori,
What?
it's okay. It's okay. I'm here for you.
It's not okay.
I'm here for you.
Here for the free food.
There's food?
And soda. Yeah,
Where?
Theo has it.
Oh crap.
Because we never talked to Theo earlier, so we better get that food now. Theo's stuck in a crystal story. And we're trying to get him out, but we don't really know what we're doing. But we're just gonna keep moving forward in the screens.
Yeah, we're just gonna carry him along because we don't want to leave him here.
Until we coincidentally both find the way out of the temple and the way to get Theo out of the crystal at the same time.
Yeah, so when you pick up Theo, you can't dash, but it will use any momentum that you had when you picked him up and continue moving you forward. So you could use that to help you with movement with him. You are also a bit heavier. You can't jump as high. And your movement is slowed by just a little bit. So you try to use the movements that Theo can give to you when you pick him up, or rather the fact that he won't hinder your movement in terms of momentum. So you just keep using that.
Basically, the strategy is to throw him and then hyper dash, and then pick up Theo during your hyper dash.
Okay, so anyway, we had the Kevin blocks. You dash into them and they go the direction that you dash them on. And then we also have these bumpers that act like pinball bumpers.
Almost like they're pinball bumpers.
Imagine that.
And taking a dash there, heading to the last seeker room before that eyeball. What is even the big eyeball? I have like no idea, but now battling.
I mean, I understand it. It's basically it has to do with Theo's fear. Like,
I've never played this game, So basically, unlike Chapter 2, Chapter 6 Encounter with Madeline is the exact opposite, where instead of her not respecting the personal bubble, we have to disrespect the personal bubble and try and poke her nose as much as we can. Meanwhile, she's trying to get away from that with very extreme measures, such as energy balls and lasers. All of these fire at the same speed and time, so there's nothing random with how Madeline attacks, and also there's it's always the same which screen Madeline will do what. So like which screens that she'll do a laser and which screens that she'll do, say, a single ball and the other one that the double energy ball. So yeah, Vallu's making really good progress through the fight though so far. Looks like Kingj didn't do Lake Skip, which not only not very surprising but also very understandable. Lake Skip is extremely difficult. Oh jeez. Vallu. Very scary there, but now getting to the halfway point. And now with the remix section, the blocks will be moving at I was gonna say double speed, but that's not true. Because now they can actually keep moving.
Yeah, they just move in cycles.
Yeah,
the word you're looking for.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I understand. I can sense that what's happening.
If you think back to Chapter 3 with the Dust Bunny cycles, it's basically that. These cycles are like really good actually for the entry cycles in particular are really good for moving quickly. So they actually it makes this part not too hard, especially because it's a few. Well, not that many screens long before the fight's finally over, which it is now for Vallu. And I don't think Kingj. I'm not sure if Kingj is going to be continuing.
Yeah, I'm asking him in chat right now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vallu has double dashes, which basically means your hair turned pink, implying that you have 2 dashes instead of the red-orangish 1 dash or the blue 0
Okay,
dash.
yeah, and people in chat asking, yeah, there's been a recent rule change in that the next round is going to be placed by your seeding, and not by average finish times during these races. So there is no real punishment for forfeiting anymore.
Except the fact that you lose a race, which obviously is not good.
Yeah. So people are ending up forfeiting early at this point.
Yeah.
Which
I think it's kind of rough.
Yeah, we're getting more forfeits now because of the rule change, but this should only happen during the group stages, really. I feel once we get into brackets, it won't be a huge thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we got the summit for Vallu. You still got to finish out the race.
Yeah.
You can't just like because of the forfeit stop. You actually still have to finish.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're also not finishing, and then nobody finishes, and then you have to reschedule, and you don't want to do 2 races.
Yep.
Yeah. So while we're going up each section here, each section is kind of the summit is just kind of based on, a little bit of a kind of recap of the previous stages in the run. So I guess I'll take this time to answer in chat. I don't believe the console you're playing on matters too much. A lot of people will run on PC because I believe the consoles might not have the most updated version, which means they might not be able to corner boost, which can be useful, especially for stuff like double bubble skip, which is a skip back in Chapter 5 that neither of the two went for because it is a very hard one. But other than that, I don't think there's any time disadvantage between playing the first, or playing on console or on PC. It's just because you just really the game, the core mechanics, except for the corner boost, are still there. So nothing's going to stop you from dashing as much as possible and just moving as quickly as you can.
Yep. It's essential, of course, to keep track of your dashes here. You regain all your dashes when you get out of the space blocks, but you end up dashing a lot once you get out of it because of hypers that you're doing as soon as you get out, potentially.
Yeah. I never explained. I don't think I ever explained. You can jump out of dream blocks, and one of the things you can do is hyper dash out of dream blocks, which is kind of tricky, but it is hyper dashing. So
yeah, and so it does use a dash, but it will get you across the screen a lot faster. So you got to continuously keep track of it. And now we're on to Chapter 3, Section 1500 meters. We got, Dust Bunny's back.
Yay.
Hey, they're cute. They're cute.
Woo-hoo. My favorite. Alright. So,
They are cute.
I'm not listening to you because I'm talking about that screen right there. There are two screens that kind of really plague 1500 because they're two very long and very difficult screens. Vallu made it through both of them, but that second one has kind of gotten more notoriety recently as the Ultra Dash room because you saw the really good, quick-moving Ultra Dashes that Vallu did there. And now I'm going to be moving on to the next part of the level, which is 2000, which this one's going to be a big one because there's going to be, it's mainly one screen that you're going to see that is going to have a skip on it that I assume Vallu will be going for. With another strawberry, there's the second one you usually see.
Yeah, potentially getting that one as well.
Yep. If he doesn't die with it, we'll try an auto-scroller skip here.
Well, yeah. A lot of the time, it's fun to do a game where you just keep it.
Yeah, there we go.
You have doing auto-scroller skip there, extended hyper dash, into a wall bounce at the end.
Yeah, just a good set of movement to get to the next screen early, and you can do another thing here where you wall bounce off of that to get up there early. Two just very cool-looking screens that it's possible to lose 3 minutes on, well on a minute and a half TV pace, like a total Dumbo. Skipping a crystal there, but then dying.
I ended up not going far enough to the left, so and so just didn't grab the wall there.
Yeah. Now on the last screen, only has to deal with one more of these battle line throwing sections after this, and then it's just going to be random orbs on 3000. That battle and throws you up and doesn't really do anything. But Vallu now on to 2500, which has two question mark? Yeah, I'm gonna say two notable things. The first one coming up is going to be key skip, where you're supposed to get a key by going into the basement, as I like to call it, which is that screen below where Vallu is right now. And
good save, by the way.
Finding a red bubble to go all the way up those spikes to get that key, but with a good enough timed wall jump, you can jump off the ledge of the spikes on the right side of the wall with the spikes on the right side and get the key without needing the red bubble.
And apparently, I'm guessing DK Wings in the chat just got 200 berries. So congratulations on that. I'm
No,
only
I
at
think he's talking about Kingj0444's 200 berry file.
oh, wow,
Yeah,
that is impressive actually.
it
I'm only
is.
at 178 myself, so
Yeah. And
I
there's
think it's
Dorsey.
178. It's somewhere in the late high
Yeah.
170s.
For those who don't know, a bit of non-speed thing about this game, unless you want to speed run 114%. Once you get everything in the game, there are golden berries, which you get them by beating levels without dying, or in one level you have to beat it without dashing, which it's really hard. But getting 200 means you've done basically every challenge ever, really. I don't know how else to put it, that the game can offer you, except for maybe speedrunning it, which Kingj already does, so.
Yep.
Yeah. I only
And
have
I
like
was,
184 myself,
I'm just,
as you mentioned.
yeah, I'm close, but not quite there. That's actually why I was learning Chapter 3 strats recently, is so that I could potentially get through Chapter 3 a lot easier and potentially get that golden berry, because that's the one I'm looking
Oh, honey,
working
chapter
towards right
3 is
now.
impossible.
Nah.
Speaking of 3, Vallu is on the final section of Summit, which is 3,000 meters. So,
Yep, and we got this downdraft here.
yeah. The wind from Chapter 4, which pushes you left and right, now can push you up and down. It's stupid. I hate being pushed down by the wind and being pushed up by the wind, because it lets you use the fact that when you're being pushed up, you have less gravity, and the fact that you have 2 dashes kind of can go a bit overkill with the amount of spikes in the level.
It does end up with some cool level design, though.
There's too many spikes.
Nah, that's fine.
No.
Someone didn't play Meat Boy.
You know what? You didn't play Spikes the video game, did you? That's a lot of spikes.
Didn't know that was a game.
Probably not.
Okay.
I think there's a game called 1001 Spikes, and this
Yeah.
level has a lot more than 1001 spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those things. Value on the last tenths of checkpoints. The way checkpoints work here is because since they're not based by stream, there are these little flag things that count down starting from 30. And then when you hit 1, the next flag you're going to be seeing is the flag at the summit of the mountain, which is going to be the end of the N% run. So Value's getting really close.
There are a few screen transitions like this one here and the one actually after this flag as well. But overall, there's not as many. So the flags are just representative of that so that you can not have to worry about going all the way back to the beginning of the screen in a lot of these very long screens.
Yeah. A bit of a change to the way the game normally worked before this, but I mean, it's welcome.
And
You
it's
still get
pretty
that
easy to understand it as well. It's not like it...
I mean, yeah, you're gonna learn it really quickly when you die, like, immediately.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you get your checkpoints, so there's nothing to worry about. And Vallu alright, making his way to flag 1. And just gotta go up these a little bit. And alright, that's it for Vallu with 35-32, which is very good.
Yep. I'm also realizing that he got 200 strawberries with only 3,000 deaths. That is way less than it took me.
That's crazy, yeah.
I am at like 18,000 right now, and I'm still at like
too many.
178.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm around 18,000 right now. I mean, some of that is me like playing around and like learning strats here and there, but most of it is me trying to beat all the stages. So
Yeah. Yeah, we have the credits happening on Vallu's end. So, very good job on the run.
okay. Yep. Okay, I'll bring in Vallu now. Hey, Vallu.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, I can drag people, so I use that power sometimes because there's a delay on stream.
Why
Oh.
can't you drag people? What? I'm not gonna ponder that. But yeah,
You can drag the things in Discord. We're
Yeah,
in a Discord.
I know, but I'm saying you don't. That's not what I'm asking about. Either way.
Okay, it looks like King's coming in here too. I wasn't sure if he was in the mood to do it or not, but
Yeah,
if he is, we'll invite it.
yeah,
Hello.
Hello, guys. How are you
Okay.
two feeling?
Obviously not good.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
It was the reason why I forfeit was because a combination of in real life stuff happening, I couldn't focus on the run, and I just was having a really horrible run in general from the beginning. And
Yeah.
I just figured, like, I'm not gonna win anyways, and I don't want to continue a run if I'm not having fun with it, and I really wasn't.
Well, that's a good thing to think about, because like, I know a lot of people wanna, compete in the tournament and try and get as far as possible. But I mean, if you're not having fun with it, there's not really, it's not really. You shouldn't just keep going because you shouldn't feel forced. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel kind of bad for the fact that I think I'm the first forfeit actually.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not.
Nah, I think actually someone in chat was saying that this is like the second forfeit in a row or something because I guess because of the rule changes.
Yeah, I still feel bad though because I kind of feel like I didn't give it my all or something like that if I didn't finish. But again, like it was stuff I couldn't control and I couldn't really like
Yeah,
handle the in real life stuff. So like
yeah.
It's just really unfortunate.
I
Yeah.
can be really mean when you're trying to focus on this game.
yeah.
Or
Well,
any game.
GG anyways for the race.
GG.
And for what it's worth, I thought you were doing really good for how far you got, for how quickly you were getting stuff done up until you stopped.
Oh really? I was having a pretty bad, pretty horrible run. The only thing I
mean-
think was I golded Golden Ridge. I think that was like the best part of it. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
yeah, I don't know what your splits look like, so I don't know if it was good pace or not, but for the type of game, like for the style you were playing the game, I thought you were going pretty good.
yeah, I didn't die too many times, but I still had some pretty big time losses here and there.
Yeah, I mean, you always have those. This game is a beast.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I could also talk to Vallu here. We didn't actually haven't had many words from you, so how are you feeling?
I got door skip.
Yes, you did. You also
That's
got
how
him.
you feeling?
You also ended up getting lake skip after I think about 3 or 4 tries.
I don't like lake skip.
Me neither.
It's so precise. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I like to make a joke based on when I practice and versus when I do runs when it comes to lake skip that you take the amount of times that I've done lake skip attempts in practice and that's my successful attempts, and then you add the amount of times I've done it in runs and that's my total attempts, because I swear it cheats in runs.
I know. Oh
Wait,
well.
you run on Switch too, right?
No, I run on PC.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's only 1 pixel. Then I'm surprised you.
Yeah, you shouldn't go for lake skip and switch probably. Yet.
Yeah. Yet. Until the patch comes.
Yeah, corner boosting's not in Switch either, right?
Corner boosting is slightly in Switch. It's not as powerful as other consoles, but or it's PC, but it's still there slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to talk a bit earlier about why you can't really get patches as commonly out on consoles. But, so, yeah, console's still at a bit of a disadvantage, but still exists in the game, and some people like to go for it, even if they don't like it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Gotta
yeah.
learn it eventually.
Sure, yeah, that's a mindset.
Maybe not race safe though.
Yeah, I've seen some people doing it once they like are. But it's like only the top runners.
Yeah, I give it like 2 tries or so if I want to try it.
I think I tried lake skip a few times, but again on Switch is 1 pixel, so it's not really worth my time to learn it. So.
Not right now, no.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, and that was another reason why I was doing pretty bad. I was trying out some strats that I just learned today, like right before the race. So that was also a bad idea.
Yeah, you usually gotta give new strats a few runs until you can feel confident with them.
Yeah, and especially not in a tournament match.
Val, I'm actually just kind of curious here. Would you mind going to the kitchen so I could see the deaths counter?
Oh,
The house, go in the cabin?
Yeah.
Because I'm
I was
curious
so
how many...
confused. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Go to the kitchen, get me a sandwich.
Well, I'm a god gamer. I got a 25-17, guys.
Nice.
Wow, that's like Captain in the past.
I had 21 deaths up until reflection, so.
Wow. Yeah, deaths are annoying.
Yeah.
I think my
But
PB
it's just like a good thing to show that like even the top runners die a lot. So like
Yeah. To show it, I think my PB has like a 26 deaths or something.
My PB is 42.
I just don't know fast strats, but
I go for too many fast strats that I shouldn't. So everyone has their own things they need to improve on.
yeah.
yeah, and also you gotta and also in these death counters you gotta keep in mind the 2 intentional deaths that we do.
Yeah. You'll never have a deathless run.
Nope. Not optimally at least.
Oh yeah, there it is. I have 24 deaths in my 4406. So I'm good at not dying, but I'm not good at the strats.
Yeah, we were Laura and I were actually talking about how not only how impressive getting the 200 strawberries is in that third file, but also doing it in less than 3,000 deaths.
Oh yeah,
That is that is
a
crazy.
lot of those deaths were also from practice. This is my practice file, so like I'd say maybe like a few hundred of those deaths were practicing new strats.
It's crazy. I'm at like 18,000 right now, and I'm still at like 178. So like, you're insane.
Yeah, and I think I finished my 200 strawberry run at like 13 hours or something. So something like that. It was like 13 or 14 hours.
Yeah, my main files ended up being my practice file too. So that's part of the reason why there's so many deaths there, but that still doesn't account for that much of a huge difference.
Yeah,
so.
I have a different
I
file.
just suck at this game.
I have a different file for my casual and my practice, and I'm kind of glad I do because I think my practice already has more deaths and more playtime than my casual.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Also, I see a golden strawberry, and I just get like so overconfident I can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of patience, especially the dashless one.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that one a lot recently.
That's rank 3 on the leaderboard. It is because there's only 3 people, there's only 2 people who run it. Thanks.
yeah, there's a 5-hour one and a 7-hour one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sounds right.
TGH is the 7-hour one.
Yep.
I don't know who has. I think someone has it down to like 4 or 5 hours, something like that.
And it's the guy who does the all berries run. He also
way.
did he also did a 114% and took
Either
it
way.
more seriously.
Either way, I'm gonna direct our attention to places. In 3 minutes, there's going to be another race on Speed Gaming 4. There's going to be Title and Link Force 0, and then GD Todd versus Dorico. So that's in 3 minutes. So just a heads up.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can keep talking here for another half hour if we wanted, just given the time slots that we have in the schedule. But
Let's not do that.
I don't know. IRL hasn't been nice to me already. I don't think it's gonna be nice to me for another half hour.
Bad IRL RNG.
okay.
Freaking IRL.
Ruins
Who needs
everything.
it when you have Celeste the Mountain Climber?
Who needs it when you have all these video games?
Okay.
I think that's all I have to say. It's just sorry to my people who wanted me to finish this race, and
Yeah.
hopefully next run won't get IRL'd.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah.
Yep.
I actually don't know who. Doesn't even look like anyone signed up to commentate that. So if anyone in chat is a commentator, jump on that.
Yeah.
I can in the next 2 minutes if we wrap it up. You really want me to?
Whoever's up for it, dude. Okay, let's get out of here. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for watching. Let's send love to these runners and potentially to us as commentators.
Yeah, I was listening to the end of your guys' commentary. You guys were awesome, so follow the commentators.
If you want, you can send
Lori,
me...
I always do this at the same time as
I
someone
did it
else.
first, so you're wrong.
Yeah, you did.
So, yeah, you can give us either a follow. You can give me a wish for good sleep. I would actually really like that.
Yeah. Lori literally got up for this.
I literally passed out for an hour, and that's why we started like 5 minutes late.
That's dedication.
I didn't mean to wake up on time. I meant to not fall asleep at all.
Oh,
Oh,
not falling asleep can be hard.
Yeah, you see, yeah, right there, yeah, Vallu with the 12,000 on 189. That is closer to my death count for my main file.
what it was like. IRL RNG when you fall asleep before a run.
Yeah, sure. We can blame it on that.
Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. There are the follow links, and I guess either head over to Speed Gaming 4 for the other Celeste race, or there's actually Final Fantasy 1 randomizer on the main Speed Gaming that's about to start. Another Super Metroid race that's happening on Speed Gaming 2 after the other one ended. If it has ended, I don't know. And might be a Luigi's Mansion race happening on Speed Gaming 5. I don't know if that one's finished yet or not.
Oh, nice.
It's been going on for an hour, and I actually don't know the length of that. I believe it's the No Out of Bounds. So
If it was supposed to start exactly an hour ago, I'll assume they started a little bit late, so it might be still going.
okay, so yeah, so there are all your options with Speed Gaming, and if not, you just keep looking at the schedules and figure out something. And then, till then, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.